wamejaribu kunitafutia makosa kila pande.
The way he is going.
Nilikuambia kwamba William Ruto ata regret impeaching Rigathi Gachagua. And nilikuambia kwamba Rigathi Gachagua worked with Moi, worked with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta as a personal assistant. And Rigathi Gachagua worked as a DO. Rigathi Gachagua worked with William Samoei Arap Ruto. So anything William Ruto ana hide wa Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua anatutobolea. So hiyo siku ya protest 25th of June, Rigathi Gachagua amekuwa akifuatilia vizuri tena zaidi. Na nikakwambia juzi kwa zile video zangu zote kwamba hizi police stations ambazo tunaarifiwa kwamba zilikuwa raided, kumbe zilikuwa raided na police officers themselves, because ilikuwa state script. Nilikuambia guys, and I want you to listen to Rigathi Gachagua and Murkomen and DIG Lagat pia wako in control. Edu Lagat alikuwa in control. I want you to listen to Rigathi Gachagua. Na guys, kabla usikize Rigathi Gachagua, niko na kuonyesha hizo photos. Nilikuonyesha kwa ile video yangu nyingine, na nikakuonyesha jinsi ambavyo huyu DIG Lagat alikuwa witnessed, alikuwa spotted juu ya rooftop ya KICC controlling police officers, giving them commands kwamba mfanye hivi na hivi because kumechemuka, not wrong during protest. And guys, Rigathi Gachagua anajaribu kadri ya uwezo wake ku make sure William Ruto will be a one-term president. You know guys, baada ya protesting, William Ruto ametokelezea saying that Rigathi Gachagua ndio mfadhili. His close allies wanasema kwamba Rigathi Gachagua ndio mfadhili, and now Rigathi Gachagua ndio amezungumza. Kwa nini waja arrest Rigathi Gachagua? Ukitaka kujua William Ruto deal zake zinaendelea kugonga mwamba, kwa nini haja arrest Rigathi Gachagua? Because he knows Rigathi Gachagua amekuwa pale ndani na anajua kila uchafu ambao William Ruto anafanya. Nataka umsikize Rigathi Gachagua, but ensure ume like na una subscribe kama ni mara yako kwanza ili kusupport hii channel. Asanteni kwa hiyo like yako. Sikiza Rigathi Gachagua guys.
You must give me a few minutes to put it into perspective so that I explain to you exactly what is happening. William Ruto was elected by 47% of the people from the Mount Kenya region. Along the way, he betrayed the mountain people. He misused them. He lost their trust, and they abandoned him. He has tried every trick in the book to get them back, and it has become difficult. He has spent billions of shillings in empowerment programs, buying leaders and all that. It has become impossible. So a plot was hatched by Kipchumba Murkomen and a few other people surrounding the president to create havoc within the Mount Kenya region and then blame it on leaders who are popular in the region. This is what happened, Chair. How do you explain police stations are manned by police officers who are armed? They are attacked by people who are unarmed. They overpower them, take over a police station and touch it. It's a movie. No shooting, nothing. No resistance. Some people just walk into a police station, take it over and touch it. That is, and you are not even told the inmates who are in the cells, were they released or not? There is nothing. It was stage managed. This is what happened. Let me give you an example in Kikuyu. The office of the DCC was touched. The law courts were touched. They are guarded by police. Somehow the police were not there, and the touching went on. Then the leader of majority says, some gangs wanted to attack his father, who is 101 years, but he was not attacked. It was just an attempt, but he was not attacked. Yet the police station, the law courts are attacked. Higher, you go to Nyeri. They ban Naiva supermarket of some fellow there in Nyeri town. But the supermarket owned by the member of parliament for Kenny, there is an attempted attack, but it is not attacked because it is personal. It is not meant to be attacked. It's just something you are trying to do. Then you find here in Nairobi, at night, all businesses owned by people from the Mount Kenya region are attacked. Okay? You find that several businesses are attacked. Police are there. Nobody is arrested. Nobody is stopped. It's simply an onslaught on the community. Then the CS Interior comes and says, the goons in Nairobi were stranded, were from Murang'a, were from Nyeri, were from Kirinyaga, trying to profile a community to show that this issue that happened in Nairobi was done by the people from the Kikuyu nation. Okay? Then the following day, go to Parliament. The scheme was turn the people of Central Kenya against Rigathi Gachagua and other leaders who are popular in the region. That is why they attack in Olkalau. People have told us in Olkalau, all the goons who are there, none of them is a local. Yet they did it, police never did any action. This thing was managed by government to target Kikuyu business premises. And then later, Moses Wetangula allowed a debate in Parliament for 2 hours to blame Rigathi Gachagua, to blame John Medhu, to blame John Kabushia, to blame Jane Kehara, to blame Mukonji, to blame all leaders who are popular in Central Kenya region, hoping and believing that the people of Central Kenya can believe that their leaders who are very popular and who are loved by the people had organized violence against them. This is what has happened. The people of that region are very enlightened as we speak today. And William Ruto drove a narrative and made the people of Central Kenya hate Uhuru Kenyatta. He said he's a drunkard, he's useless, he's this and that. And the people of Mount Kenya, I included, believed him. We turned against Uhuru Kenyatta and hated him. The people of that region have made a decision. They will never hate their leader. They will never turn against their leader. They have seen through that scheme that was done on Wednesday to target their businesses and then try to blame their leaders. Yeah, you know, even they were trying to say today, Kipchumba Murkomen was telling DCI, go and arrest Rigathi Gachagua, arrest Gakuya, arrest Major Dong, so that the Kikuyu people can believe that Rigathi Gachagua and Major Dong and Gakuya are the ones who touched property belonging to the Kikuyu. The Kikuyu people are very intelligent. William Ruto, the people see through you. You came and conned them. You turned them against their own son, Uhuru Kenyatta. You are not going to do it again. This time, they have seen through you. The government touched and raided businesses belonging to Kikuyu people on Wednesday, deliberately, under police guard, so that they can come and take the popular leaders in the region and blame them, hoping that they can hate Rigathi Gachagua, they can hate Medhu, they can hate the other leaders, and prove back to William Ruto. William Ruto, let me tell you.
But there's been allegations,
whatever little chance that existed, that the mountain could ever listen to you. The events of Wednesday, of looting businesses owned by the Mount Kenya people, of touching them, of getting police to supervise the looting of their businesses, and then trying to blame their sons through Parliament. That thing in Parliament, it was a charity because, Michelle, if Rigathi Gachagua has broken the law, it is not Parliament to say. You know, if Medhu has broken the law, it is not Parliament to say. It is not Parliament to ask police to take action. If Kimani Ichung'wah, his father, was to be attacked, does he go to cry in Parliament, or he goes and record a statement and say, Michelle or so-and-so came to attack my father? That was a stage-managed thing in Parliament to try to persuade the people of Mount Kenya that all the businesses that were looted at night under police formation, on the instructions of the government, they wanted to blame me and other people. We see through you, and I've told them, come and arrest me today. Go and arrest Gakuya, go and arrest Major Dong.
So you don't fear arrest?
We don't fear the arrest. But all I can tell them, the people of our region and our supporters kept quiet when they removed us from office. I'm a very peaceful man. I asked my people, please don't take any action. You are very unhappy with what William Ruto has done to us as a community by taking our seat, by embarrassing us. Please just sing. But I am saying, I no longer have the control of my supporters. They are angry, and any attempt to harass us, any attempt to intimidate us, will be dealt with by the people. I can tell you,
right.
the mood on the ground.
From this, Mr.
The mood, I want to tell you, I want to say.
You mentioned that this is a plot to alienate the Mount Kenya region,
Yes.
like he did
Yes.
with Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yes.
But what was your role in that? There are
I am
allegations
saying,
that
I have
you
told
led
you.
the campaign
I
to
have told you.
alienate Uhuru
I have
Kenyatta,
told you.
including the attack on
I
his
have
family.
told you. William Ruto conned an entire community, I included.
So you were
I have owned it up. I have apologized to the community. But I was not alone. He conned bishops. He conned reverends. He conned pastors. He conned all of us. He cannot do it a second time. This whole thing of Wednesday was a scheme by William Ruto to touch businesses belonging to the Mount Kenya people, loot them, and then try to blame it on their leaders so that they can hate us
But you
the
have no
way they hated
evidence for
Uhuru
this.
Kenyatta. Yeah?
But you have no evidence.
I am?
Do you have evidence?
That we have evidence. What evidence do you need, Michelle? These businesses were touched when police are watching. These policemen belong to the government.
All
What
right.
other evidence do you need? I'm asking, since Wednesday, Michelle, how many goons have been arrested? Protesters in Kerugoya were arrested, 25 are taken to court. The goons who touched a supermarket in Kerugoya have not been arrested. The goons who touched things in Nyeri have not been arrested. The people who touched things here in Nairobi and looted, they have not been arrested because they cannot be arrested because they were sponsored by the government. And everybody knows. And I want to tell my friend William Ruto, when you are in a hole, my brother, you stop digging. Don't dig deeper. You have persecuted our community. You have humiliated our community. You now have a scheme on how to destroy their businesses and try to blame their leaders, and then you want to persecute their leaders. The wall you are starting with the mountain and the people of Kenya, you will not be able to control it. You go ahead and do what you want to do. Kipchumba Murkomen, you say you want to arrest me tonight, please just go ahead. I'm here, you know where I am. You don't even have to wait for this interview, you can come after this. But I want to tell you, the people have had enough. You know, this persecution of the community, this humiliation of the community is too much, you know, and I don't think it's going to happen again. And the people are not going to allow it because where it has reached now, it's just too much, you know. How do you organize goons to destroy businesses belonging to a community that voted you into office under police supervision?
Let's talk about why there are protests on the streets to begin with. And what Kenyans are asking for is good governance, better governance at the end of the day.
Of course.
Gen Z are saying Ruto must go.
Yes.
That's what you are saying, Mr.
Yes.
Gachagua.
Yes.
But the president says that's your entire plan. Ruto must go, that you have no vision behind that.
That's what
What's
he
your
says.
answer to him in the
That's
today?
President Ruto says we have no plan. We have a plan to send him home. It's a very important plan in the whole matrix.
And then what?
We have plans to restore the dignity of the payslip. We have plans to restore the health systems. We have plans to restore the education system. We have planned to have justified taxation and proper utilization of collected taxes. But all those things we have plans to stop abductions. We have plans to stop extrajudicial killings. All those things, Michelle, cannot happen when William Ruto is in office because he's the one who has messed the country. All his plans are responsible for the shit we are in as a country, for the hole we are in as a country. For those plans to take place, plan number one is William Ruto must exit the space, and then all the other plans can work. And that is why he says we have no plan, because the plan that we have is to exit him. Ordinarily, he wouldn't like it, and I don't want to blame him for it. But I want to say we have plans, but it's a prerequisite for all these plans to work, for us to stop corruption, for us to stop tribal appointments, for us to restore the dignity of the payslip, for us to restore education, the university financing model that can work, for us to restore health care and make sure that things are working. President William Ruto must be sent home. That is our plan. That is a plan of Gen Z. Indeed, it's a plan by the people of Kenya. As we go around the country, I heard him today crying about one term. There's nothing he can do. Okay. That is the clarion call, one term.
Part of what you said is that you would like to fight for the dignity of the payslip.
Yes.
Because Kenyans feel raided,
yes,
so to speak,
yes,
by the taxation under the Kenya Kwanza administration. How do you plan to do that?
We must have reasonable taxation. Michelle, the housing levy. Nobody wants government to construct houses for you. That's not the work of government. The work of government, Michelle, is to do roads, water, electricity, sewage, and create a good environment by provision of security. It's not the work of government to build houses. Michelle, you'll build your own house, depending on your capacity and your ability, you know? So we are taxing people money to go and build houses that they don't need. Nobody is interested in that housing program. So that one we are going to scrap. We are going to scrap that the housing levy so that we start giving a relief to the payslip. The issue of NSSF, it's something that needs to be discussed. You cannot impose, force people to save, because people are saving on their own, by the way. And saving is an individual decision, Michelle. You may want to live your good life now when you are young and energetic, and you cannot force people to save. So that is something else we are going to look into. Again, Michelle, we want to tax people, and people have no problem with the taxation. What people want is proper utilization of their taxes. We don't want to tax people to go and put up, renovate state house and lodges for William Ruto. Those state houses have been there since 1900. He is spending billions of shillings renovating that state house like he is going to live there forever, or like it's his personal house. It isn't. We are saying that our administration will have reasonable taxation and will do proper utilization of those taxes to the benefit and satisfaction of the people of Kenya.
Right. So let's talk about the DCP party, which is a vehicle that you've coined to get into power. Now, critics say that your party's leadership is dominated by tribesmen and political allies from the Mount Kenya region. Others say that the cousin tag that you've coined that is now going viral is you repackaging tribalism as a reform to make it cool. Why has it been so difficult for you to shed off that tribal tag?
Well, that is a narrative by William Ruto. William Ruto is an expert in creating narratives. I've just told you he created for us, the mountain people, a narrative that Uhuru Kenyatta is a drunkard and useless, and we believed him. He's a very believable fellow. But as we go on, people are learning that he's a liar and he's deceptive. My party, the party that I have formed, DCP, is not a tribal party. The deputy party leader, Cleophas Malala, is from Kakamega. He's not from Kirinyaga or Nyandarua. The Secretary General, Hezron Ubaga, is from Kisii. That is not Embu. The Deputy Secretary General, Ole Kamwaro, is from Narok. That is not Embu. The Deputy Secretary General Strategy, Mable Owino, is from Kisumu. That is not Wamanyoro. Let me tell you, it's a narrative created by William Ruto. According to William Ruto, when he and Raila Odinga gets together, that is national integration and national unity. If Rigathi Gachagua sits with Fred Matiang'i, with Kalonzo Musyoka, with Eugene Amalwa, and others, that is tribalism. Tribalism, according to William Ruto, is anybody who is not in his praise and worship team. But if you agree to sing his song, you are a nationalist. And in matters, tribalism, look at today at the promotions that were done by the Department of Defense. All the senior positions were given to his tribesmen. And he is in everywhere saying people are tribal. If you look at parastatals in Kenya, there are about 250. 92 of them, the CEOs are from the Kalenjin community. That is tribalism. If you look at key institutions, even where he has given other communities, he has put PSs from his community under them. And let me tell you, why has the Kasi narrative gone viral? If it was a bad thing, why would it go viral? William Ruto cannot dictate to us how to refer to each other. I am looking for my family lineage. Yeah? The Kambas are my cousins because the language they speak and the one I speak, we understand each other. The Mijikenda are our cousins. The Kisis are our cousins. The Luyas are our cousins. The Kurias are our cousins. The Masais are my in-laws. Right. The Meru, the Embu are my brothers and sisters. William Ruto cannot dictate to me on how to relate with the family, and he should keep on family matters, He can relate with Raila Odinga. He calls him his brother. We don't have a problem. The Luyas and Luos have been calling each other Chemeji. Nobody has ever had a problem. Let me tell you where the whole of this thing is. This annoyance is the place of the mountain in Kenyan politics. The mountain, because